Hi, my name's Michael. New with Six Figure Mentors, and when I say new, I signed up about less than 2 weeks ago, and still finding my way, but I've been online and watched a number of the videos and done a little bit of the training, watched a couple of re-recordings of the new member orientation workshop, and I'll be doing mine in a couple of days. And I just thought that I would just share a video with you, let you know a little bit about who I am and what brought me to this point. So I'm going to wind the clock back 5 years to, I was living in Sydney at the time. I had a corporate job. I was working in the video conferencing space and I was making reasonably good money. I'd been in that area it was my 8th year. So I'd built up a number of really good clients, and I was bringing in a six figure plus income and well regarded within the organisation, working for a good team. But I wasn't happy, and I kind of knew things weren't great, but it took an event to really shake things up for me, and that event was a good friend of mine dying. Very similar age to me, he'd just gotten married, and he died in a tragic motorcycle accident, and it really shook me up. And I went into my managing director a few days after the accident, and I asked him for 6 months unpaid leave, and we sat down and we did some negotiation, and I worked to the end of the financial year, and I actually took 7 months off. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I had some advice at the time from somebody very dear to me, and they said, Michael, just do what you love doing, follow your heart, and you'll find what you're supposed to do. So I literally did that. I was very, very passionate about triathlon. I still am, and I like to travel. And what I did was I put 2 bikes on the roof of my car, and I literally drove around Australia. And one of the places I arrived at was the Sunshine Coast, which is where I now live. So I came here, I did some training, I did some racing, I went back to Sydney, I hated it, I drove across the Nullarbor. It's like a 3,500 kilometre drive into Western Australia, and I did some more triathlon, and then I sat on a friend's farm in a little vineyard, and I drank some red wine for a few weeks, just sat on the veranda, watched the cows. It was fantastic. Then went back to Sydney and thought, well, okay, I need to do something. Some friends asked me to get involved in a small business that they had, which was on the Sunshine Coast, and I'd already spent some time here and I'd really enjoyed it. And so I thought, yeah, well, why not? So I called up my corporate job and said I'm not going to come back, and I undertook a project for this small business, which was fantastic. We went for a certain period of time, but when it came to an end, it was really, okay, what am I going to do for myself? And I started a business within the world of triathlon. So I have a business called Custom Bike Fit, and I guess unless you ride a bike or you do triathlon, you might know what that's about. You can have a look at the website, www.custombikefit.com, but I do bike fitting, have a 3D motion capture system, and I do power testing, and I train people within the studio, and I also do a bit of triathlon coaching and cycle coaching and those sort of things, and I love what I do. And I actually ran the business from home for 12 months, and it grew, and then I took the business to a commercial space, and that's where I am now. So I'm 3 years into the business, and I'm still very passionate about triathlon and about Custom Bike Fit, although I'm going to change some things this year. But what I've realised is that I'm in a time for money trade, and I want to get out of that. And I looked previously at doing some creating an online business, a digital business, and what I wanted to do at the time was take what I do in the studio and take it to a global audience. So there's only so many people I can see every day within the studio, and the people come in and they have some of my time, some of my knowledge, and they trade money. And what I wanted to do was, okay, I wrote some books. I've written a free ebook. I'm writing a book around some training. I'm doing a digital bike fit, those sort of things. But again, that's not going to provide me with the ability or a path to financial freedom. it'll certainly add another revenue stream. But what I want to be able to do is work anywhere or from anywhere at any time and not have to worry about money, and that's really why I've joined up with Six Figure Mentors. So as I said, very, very early days for me. I just wanted to say hello, to introduce myself, and down the track I'm sure that I'll be posting another video, and hopefully I'll be well advanced on my journey, and I'll be in a position to help some other new people that are coming along. So thanks for your time and thanks for watching this video, and please check back again soon.